What, is Antonio here?
Ready, so please your grace.
I am sorry for thee, thou art come to answer a stony adversary, an inhuman wretch, incapable of pity, void and empty of any dram of mercy. Go, one, and call the Jew into the court. Make room and let him stand before our face. Shylock, the world thinks, and I think so too, that thou believest this fashion of thy malice to a last hour of act. And then this thought, thou show thy mercy and remorse, more strange than is thy strange apparent cruelty. And wert thou now exact the penalty, thou will not only lose the forfeiture, but touch with human gentleness and love, forgive a moiety of the principle. We all expect a gentle answer, Jew.
You'll ask me why I rather choose to have a weight of carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats, but I'll not answer that, but say it is my humor. Is it answered? What if my house be troubled with a rat, and I be pleased to give 10,000 ducats to have it baned? What, are you answered yet? So can I give no reason, nor will I not, more than a certain lodged hate and certain loathing that I bear Antonio, that I follow thus this losing suit. Are you answered?
This is no answer thou am feeling, man, to excuse the current of thy cruelty.
I am not bound to please thee with my answers.
I pray you, think you question with the Jew. You may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood bait his usual height. You may as well use question with the wolf why he hath made the ewe bleat for the lamb. You may as well do anything most hard than seek to soften that, than which what's harder, his Jewish heart. Therefore I do beseech you, make no more offers, use no further means, but in all brief and plain conveniency, let me have judgment and the Jew his will. For thy 3,000 ducats, here is 6.
What judgment shall I dread doing? Were in 6 parts, and each part a ducat. I would not draw them. I would have my bond.
How shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none?
What judgment shall I dread doing no wrong? You have among you many a purchased slave. Because you bought the slaves, you will answer, the slaves are ours. So do I answer you. This pound of flesh which I demand of him is dearly bought. 'Tis mine, and I will have it. If you deny me, fie upon your law. There is no force in the decrees of Venice. I stand for judgment. Answer, shall I have it?
Upon my power, I may dismiss this court, unless Valerio, a learned doctor, whom I have sent for to determine this, come here today. Bring us a letter, called the messenger.
Good cheer, Antonio, what man? Courage yet. For the Jew shall have my flesh, blood, bone, and all, ere thou shalt lose for me 1 drop of blood. I am a tainted wether in the flock, meetest for death. The weakest kind of fruit drops earliest to the ground, and so let me. You cannot be better employed, Bassanio, than to live still and write mine epitaph.
Come you from Padua? From Valerio?
From both, my lord. Valerio greets your grace.
Why doth thou whet thy knife so earnestly?
To cut the forfeiture from that bankrupt there.
Not on thy rock, but on thy soul, harsh Jew. Thou makest thy knife keen, but no metal can. No, not hangman's axe, bear half the keenness of thy sharp envy. Can no prayers pierce thee?
No, none that thou hast wit enough to make.
Oh, be thou damned, inexorable dog, and thy life let justice be accused. Thou almost makest me waver in my faith.
Repair thy wit, good youth, or it will fall to cureless ruin. I stand here for law.
This letter from Valerio doth commend a young and learned doctor to our court. Where is he?
He attendeth here hard by, to know your answer, whether you'll admit him.
Go, give him courteous conduct to this place. Meantime, the court shall hear Valerio's letter.
Your grace shall understand that at the receipt of your letter I am very sick, but the instant your messenger came, in loving visitation was with me a young doctor of Rome. His name is Balthazar. I leave him to your gracious acceptance, whose trial shall better publish his condemnation.
You hear to learn Valerio what he writes, and here, I take it, is the doctor come. Give me your hand, coming from old Valerio.
I did, my lord.
You are welcome, take your place. Are you acquainted with the differences that hold this person in question in the court?
I am informed thoroughly of the cause, which here is the merchant and which the Jew.
Antonio and old Shylock both stand forth.
Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow, yet in such that the Venetian law cannot impugn you as you do proceed. You stand within this danger, do you not? Aye, so he says. Do you confess to the bond? I do. Then the Jew must be merciful.
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strains. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than is crowned. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, but mercy is above this sceptered sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute of God himself. And earthly power doth then show like his gods when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice, none of us should receive salvation. We do pray for mercy. And that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoken thus much to mitigate the justice of thy plea, which if thou must continue, the strict court of Venice here must needs give sentence to the merchant there.
Thy speech hath many merits, and thy ducats have more still. Yet I crave the law, the penalty and forfeit of my bond. My deeds upon my head, justice shall rule.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes, I tender it for him in the court. Yes, twice the sum, if that will not suffice. I'm bound to pay 10 times o'er, on forfeit of my hand, my head, my heart. If this will not suffice, it must appear that malice bears down truth. And I beseech you, rest once the law to your authority, to do a great right, to do a little wrong, to curb this cruel devil of his will.
It must not be. There is no power in Venice that can alter a decree established.
A Daniel, a Daniel. O wise young judge, how I do honor thee. With thy speech sweet as wild honey, yet justice always at the fore.
Shylock, there's thrice the money offered thee.
Ducats, ducats, always ducats. I have a soul, yeah, even I. Would that the world could see. How may revenge bring joy or recognition to my countrymen? Mercy, mercy, thou saith. Mercy I have not been given. Why must I then show mercy on the merciless?
Aye, this bond is forfeit, and lawfully by this the Jew may claim upon the flesh to be by him cut off nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful, I beg thee, to tear this bond.
Very well, thou artful serpent, thou distorted views plunge a blade, bitter as pride, into mine weary heart. The merchant shall have his life. 6,000 ducats are mine, twice 6,000 ducats for mine coffers, and thou shalt be a free man.
Gladly shall I present thee with ducats, 12 wooden caskets filled with gold, brought from my treasury this hour. Oh, goodly blessed day, that brave Antonio lives to see.
With all mine heart I thank thee, Jew. Callest thee Daniel, surely as thou namest this virtuous kind judge. Wilt that thy nation evermore be known as a welcome blessing upon Venice.
The court now shall close the case. The merchant Shylock accepts his fate, accepts his end, and in doing so showeth his humanity and humility. If all the men in Venice were as kindly as this Jew, the world will never lack a friendly word or a loving sup. Henceforth shall all ill thought halt, henceforth all shall be joyful as one.
Thus at this anxious time, mercy doth speed swiftly the resolution between these men. I rest mine words, and beg leave to tear yon navish bond.